Hello and welcome to Lunchtime Politics on Channels Television. I'm Ultimatum Macaulay. First, the highlights. The Independent National Electoral Commission delists the candidate of the All Progressives Congress APC, Sylva, from the final list of candidates ahead of the November 11th governorship election in Bayelsa State. Benue State House of Assembly gives Governor 72 hours ultimatum to appoint a special advisor on security over failure to mobilize security response for the Otokpo bank robbery. Plus, Oyo State Governor Seyi Makinde signs executive order establishing the Ministry of Culture and Tourism and that of the protection of mining communities in Oyo State against insecurity and exploitation.
This is Channels Television's breaking news.
We begin today's program with a breaking story. The Supreme Court has announced that it will deliver judgment in the appeal by the presidential candidate of the People's Democratic Party, PDP, Mr. Atiku Abubakar, and the Labour Party, LP, Mr. Peter Obi, challenging the result of the February 25th election, which produced President Bola Tinubu. The Director of Information of the Supreme Court, Dr. Festus Akonde, confirmed the date to journalists this morning. Both the PDP and Labour Party had on Monday argued their cases before the Apex Court, while the appeal of the Allied People's Movement, APM, and its presidential candidate, Chichi Oje, was dismissed by the court after counsel to the party withdrew it. The Presidential Election Petition Court had, on September the 6th, dismissed the petitions of both parties for lack of evidence, with both men filing appeals at the Supreme Court. Again, the Supreme Court have announced that it will deliver judgment in the appeals of the candidates of the PDP and the Labour Party, the presidential candidates, challenging the result of the February 25th election, which produced President Bola Tinubu. Now, the Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC, has excluded the names of the candidates of the All Progressives Congress, the APC, Mr. Pres'l, from the final list of the candidates ahead of the November 11th governorship election in Bayelsa State. The amended list, which was uploaded on the Commission's website on Tuesday, was signed by the Secretary to the Commission, Rose Orieran Anthony. The column for the names of the APC candidate and his running mate, Joshua McIver, was left blank with court order remarks on it. According to her, the action of the Commission was in obedience to the court orders on the list served on the Commission. Now, you may recall that the Commission published the final list of candidates for the 2023 Bayelsa State governorship election on June the 9th, in accordance with the provision of Section 32 of the Electoral Act 2022 and the timetable and schedule of activities for the election. She says after the publication, INEC was served with an order of court in respect of the nomination of the candidate of the APC for the poll. Reading, by virtue of the provision of Section 287 of the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, 1999, as amended, the Commission is bound to enforce the order of the court on the nomination of candidates by political parties in the state. Also, she says the amended list of candidates in respect of the 2023 Bayelsa State governorship election is hereby amended pursuant to the orders of court served on the Commission. On October the 10th, the Federal High Court in Abuja disqualified Mr. Pres'l from participating in the Bayelsa State governorship election. Meanwhile, the Independent National Electoral Commission continues with its consultative meeting with election stakeholders. The day two of the meeting is members of the civil society organizations. The INEC chairman is expected to brief these political pressure groups. The Commission's preparations for the forthcoming off-season governorship elections in Kogi State, in Bayelsa State, and Imo State. And these CSOs will also serve as observer groups in the forthcoming election. When the INEC chairman met the resident electoral commissioners on Friday, he informed the gathering that 126 national and international organizations have been accredited to monitor the elections. These observer groups will collectively deploy 11,000 observers for the exercise. Lunchtime Politics continues after this short break. Please stay with us. You're watching Lunchtime Politics on Channels Television. Down to the southeastern part of the country, the Imo State Governor, Hope Uzodimma, says his scorecard in the state between 2020 and 2023 puts him in a vintage position for the governorship election in the state on November the 11th. Governor Uzodimma disclosed this when his campaign train visited areas including Imbatoli and Ikeduru and Owerri federal constituencies to woo voters for the November polls.
All of you here gathered can write my testimonial. I know that under my watch, I'm doing my best to change the situation in Imo State. Before 2020 when I came, and in 2023 now, slightly above 3 years, everybody living in Imo State has testified that there is a huge difference. We came to clean the state. We have removed all the debts. We want to encourage growth. We want to bring prosperity. We want to bring a new life into our people. We want to remove agony, poverty, hardship, frustration, occasioned by inability of the past leadership to show a direction. We are here to show a direction.
And now we'll focus on Imo State and the coming governorship elections. Joining us is Mr. Emeka Mandela, a former member of the Labour Party, Imo State. Good morning and welcome to the program, or good afternoon, I should say, and welcome to the program.
Good afternoon, thank you.
Could we begin? Yes, indeed. Could we begin with clarifying your status concerning your membership of the Labour Party? Have you indeed cross-carpeted from the Labour Party to the APC? We understand as recently as yesterday, the youth leader of the Labour Party says that you are not a member of the Obedient Youth movement. Mr. Kennedy Hanoto, the Obedient Youth leader, says that you, Mr. Emeka Mandela, are not a party or a member of the Obedient Youth movement. Can you explain to us and bring us up to speed with your current position vis-a-vis your former party, your present party, and the Hope Uzodimma re-election campaign?
All right, thank you so much. There is no formal party, there is no present party. I'm an obedient, and let me put the record straight. I am a former presidential aspirant of the National Rescue Movement Party. My name is Dr. Emeka Mandela. I joined Labour Party because of Mr. Peter Obi, as an obedient follower of Mr. Peter Obi, and not because I was a member of Labour Party or I joined the party because I loved the party. No, I love Peter Obi, so when he moved from PDP to Labour Party, following Peter Obi, I joined the party to make sure we see him through to the presidential race. Right now, the party, when I joined them, made me the chairman special duties of the campaigns of the party at the whole national level. And my record speaks for me. You could go verify. For someone to come out and say, I'm not a member, I'm not an obedient member, or this, Kennedy Hanetu is not even the obedient leader. He's the acting youth leader of Labour Party, of which I can stay here and say I was instrumental to him being acting youth leader. Kennedy Hanetu, I'm sorry to say, is someone that I was far superior to during the presidential outings. His first appearance on Channels Television, I was the one that scheduled him. Chamberlain is there to verify this, you know. So I'm not here to pitch tent to him on national TV. I'm only here to tell the world why I decided to join Hope Uzodinma and not APC. I'm not joining APC. Of course, I'm still obedient 100%, and I love Peter Obi. And I'm wishing that tomorrow's judgment on the Supreme Court goes for Peter Obi, because he's the one I supported. He's the one I voted for. So my vote, my support, unalloyed, always go to Mr. Peter Obi.
Okay, that's understood. If you are an obedient and you support the presidential candidate of the Labour Party, Peter Obi, why aren't you also supporting Mr. Ethan Achonu, the governorship candidate of the Labour Party? Why are you now shifting your support to Governor Hope Uzodinma of the APC?
God bless you. This is what I'm here to clarify. Now, Peter Obi made us believe in an ideology. When he moved from PDP to Labour Party, we came with him with the ideology that Labour Party was supposed to be the party where the son of a nobody can become a somebody, where the poor Nigerian masses can have a breathing space in the political sphere of Nigeria. Now, in Imo State, Labour Party that we believed in an ideology, Imo State is a state that gave Labour Party votes for free without charging them. The No Shishi era. Now, Labour Party came to Imo State to conduct primary election for Imo citizens, and Labour Party sold their forms, 25 million naira, to Imo citizens that gave them vote for free. You're coming back as the party of the masses, the party we believed in. Now tell me how a son of a nobody can purchase the form at 25 million. What is Labour Party preaching? They failed the ideology that we came in to believe in. And you see, people like me, we are ideological driven. If a party we believe in today derail from the ideology, we're going to leave them. You could go and verify how much PDP and AP sold their governorship form, and look at what Labour Party sold their governorship form. Even when Mr. Peter Obi, our principal, intervened and begged them to bring down the form to 15 million. Till today, you can go and verify. They've not refunded the 10 million on top to all the aspirants, over 15 that purchased the form from Labour Party. These are ideologies that we cannot condone, right? So these are the things that made us not to believe in the Labour Party of Imo State, because that is not what we are preaching. They're not representing the obedience. They're not representing the masses. They're not representing what they preach. And we cannot fold our hands and say we're going to support them.
So you're supporting Labour Party at the federal level. You're not supporting Labour Party at the Imo State 100%. Governorship level. Has the Hope Uzodinma campaign 100%. accepted you into their team? The APC Hope Uzodinma, Governor Hope Uzodinma campaign, have they accepted you into their team?
Hope somebody they've accepted me. You can see I'm wearing the Hope cap, 4 + 4 = 8. And we just recoined the movement to become obediently hopeful movement. You know, we're obedient and we're hopeful that Nigeria is going to be better. We're hopeful that Imo State is going to be better. And the present situation in Imo State, I must tell you, we have 3 major candidates. These 3 people which are the candidates of the PDP, the Labour Party, and the APC, if you place them, their personalities before each of them held public offices, Hope Uzodimma will come forward. Now, 3 of them have held public offices before. And I want to look at the 2 others that have been senators of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. And I'm challenging them that they should come out and tell Imolites that they want to vote for them. They want our vote come November 11th. They should tell us one federal project that they attracted as a senator of the Federal Republic of Nigeria in their senatorial zones. They were opportune to control what we call zonal intervention funds. What did they do to it? They pocketed it, enriched themselves, and saved it to come on 11th of November to deceive us that we should vote them again. We voted them before. So you see, Imo State, I'm not here to say the things Uzodimma has not done well, right? There are a lot of things he has not done well, probably because he cannot do everything. But we are saying he should go back. Those areas he has not done well, we're looking at the areas he has done well and asking him now, make up in your next 4 years for the areas you've not done well. But we cannot shift from frying pan to fire because those on board, coming on board on seat him, are not as credible as we obedience wanted. People like me, I'll tell you, as a year and a half ago, people like me, we are one of those advocating that, oh no, Imo must change hands, the insecurity, all this, all that. But we are waiting earnestly to see those that will come on board. More people that are more qualified than Uzodimma to come on board. And what we have, people that Uzodimma is more qualified than.
Pardon the interruption. For Governor Hope Uzodimma, what is your message for Imolites for his re-election? Why should Imolites re-elect Governor Hope Uzodimma, and why should he have some more support from people that didn't vote for him before? What will be your strongest arguments for Governor Hope Uzodimma's re-election campaign?
Thank you so much. Now, my strongest argument to my fellow obedience in Imo State, my fellow youths, we have the majority of votes. And we are saying to you, let's not listen to the political propagandas that most of these known politicians that we know are coming to use against the governor. Let us look at a few things he has done. I'm not ignorant of the fact that insecurity has ravaged the entire Southeast, and many people are beclouded with it and not seeing exactly what the governor has done. Let me point out a few things. Now, one on the top ladder is the road infrastructure of Imo State as of today. There are 3 major roads in the state that have been dilapidated over the years, and motorists have been suffering, accidents and so many things have been going wrong. But governor in the last 3.5 years have taken care of the Okigwe Owerri Road, the Olu Owerri Road, the MCC Orata Road, and so many other roads. But just to mention these 3 figure roads because they were very dilapidated. These roads, I tell you as of today, anybody who plies them, remembering the former state it was in, will say, I cannot but give this governor a thumbs up, and he will get my vote. If alone we can call him to come back for the next 4 years so that every other road that is not yet done in Imo State can be like those roads, he's good to go. Now, not just road infrastructure. Let me quickly talk about the health sector. You see, he has done fantastically well in the health sector. Before now, we just had 2 health institutions in the state, the Imo State University Teaching Hospital and the Specialist Hospital, or Omogoma. Now, the governor has built 3 other state-of-the-art general hospitals in 3 different local governments of Imo State. You can go and verify. And the governor did everything possible to make sure that FMC Owerri was converted to a teaching hospital. I'm a medical doctor. I finished from IMSUT. I know how many times we are calling on previous governors to see how they can intervene with the federal government to convert that FMC to a teaching hospital. But they could not in 8 years, in 4 years. Most of them have done that in less than 3 years.
Okay, Mr. Mandela, sorry to interrupt you. For purposes of time, we'd like to... No, we have to quickly ask you one more question before we can let you go. The presidential candidate of the Labour Party, Mr. Peter Obi, is he pleased with your cross-carpeting from the Labour Party to the APC for the Imo governorship election when he has his candidate, Senator Ethan Achonu? Is Mr. Peter Obi happy with you, with your decision?
All right, I want to make this very clear. Mr. Peter Obi has made it very clear before an Arise television to the world, that his supporters, his obedient supporters, people like us that join the party because of him and not because we love Labour Party, that we are not necessarily Labour Party members core. We are people that believe in him. And we have the right to pick our choice, irrespective of him playing the party game. Peter Obi is a party man, and we respect him for his party decision. Peter Obi is going to appear in Supreme Court tomorrow as a Labour Party presidential candidate. So if Labour Party invites Peter Obi anywhere to come and campaign for them, Peter Obi has the moral right to do so. But if Labour Party invites obedience to do so, they don't. So it's very clear. Peter Obi, with all due respect, is not in any way unhappy with most of the obedience who are making their choices. And we're doing that. Imo State's Hope Uzodinma is better than the other candidates. And we cannot move from Hope to somebody that he is better than.
Did you consult with
I don't want to go to their qualifications.
Did you consult with Mr. Peter Obi before you threw in your support for Governor Hope Uzodinma?
With all due respect, I'm an independent man. I'm a man who has my voice. I'm not a sheep. I'm a lion. I'm coming. I'm answering you.
Was he aware that you are moving your support from the Labour Party to the APC in Imo State? Was he aware? Yes or no? It's a yes or no answer.
That is what I'm telling you right now. No, listen, that is what I'm telling you. I did not move my support out of Peter Obi, who is in the national race, right? Imo State is my state. Peter is not
Okay, we'll have to leave it there. Thank you so much.
And I took a decision as a citizen of Imo State.
Okay, all right. Thank you so much for appearing on Lunchtime Politics today. It's much appreciated. Mr. Emeka Mandela, a former member of the Labour Party, Imo State. Now to the north-central region of Nigeria, the Benue State House of Assembly has given Governor Hyacinth Alia a 72-hour ultimatum to appoint a special advisor on security following the failure to mobilize security response for the Otokpo bank robbery. The ultimatum by the state legislature followed a motion moved by the member representing Otokpo Akpa State Constituency, Mr. Kennedy Angbo, who, amongst other prayers, wants all hotels and leisure spots to open mandatory ledger on all guests.
October 20th, 2023 will remain a Black Friday for residents of Otokpo after armed robbers attacked the divisional police headquarters and robbed 4 banks. The incident led to the death of 10 persons, including 4 police officers and a pregnant woman. The Benue State House of Assembly is observing a minute's silence for those who lost their lives in the incident. The House took the decision after the lawmaker representing Otokpo Akpa State Constituency, Mr. Angbo Kennedy, moved a motion on the incident.
All hotels must mandatorily keep a ledger for all entries and exits of its customers with surveillance systems. This is also important because the activities of these people couldn't have come without them carrying out surveillance of the affected areas, and that means they lodged somewhere. And it was such a horrific, sad moment for us in Otokpo. I so move.
The lawmaker representing Agatu State Constituency is one of the survivors of the incident.
In all our resolves, I think that the issue of chief security officers in our local governments and that of a special advisor on security should be taken more seriously than giving it lip service here each time we talk. It is showing this one has clearly shown that there is actually a breakdown of security apparatus in this state.
After the debate, the lawmakers issued a 72-hour ultimatum to the governor to appoint a security advisor.
The state government, that the state governor, His Excellency, should, as a matter of urgency, appoint and announce a security advisor within the next 72 hours. I hope that's taken.
The lawmakers also asked the state government to set up a trust fund to help families and victims of violent attacks across the state with a view to offsetting medical and burial expenses.
That's it. You've been served on Lunchtime Politics this hour. Thank you for watching. I'm Olumide Macaulay.